Okay, reclaim host. Okay, now the first thing here is that the mathematical object is your built-in object, right? And all the objects has some kind of properties, right? Some properties, some methods. So like this, we also have some maths object in our JavaScript, right? Okay. So now let's understand what are the objects and the function we have. So the first things we have a round, right? Now what this round will do, let's say I have given one yellow pencil, right? Okay. Let's say I have given, let's take another color. Let's say I have given something called 4.8. If I do the round off, what answer I'll get? What is the round off of 4.8? 5, right? Okay, if you forget, then let me tell you. If it is greater than 0.5, it will take, and if it is less than 0.5, then it will take 4, right? Okay. So if you wanted to make any, let's say, round off, so you can use this function, round function, right? And after that, one more function you have C. So in this, what happened? Let's say normally what happened? Let's talk about first normally. What is the round off of 4.1? 4.2, right? So it should be 4. But if you provide it to the C, the round off will be 4.2 equal to 4, right? Even if you provide it with 4.8 here and you performing the seal here, again you will going to get here 4, right? Seal means you can think of like a ceiling. And there is one more thing, we have a floor, right? Okay, seal means it will go up. Okay, let's say. I'll get confused. First, you have a seal. When you will say seal means you can think of like it's a ceiling, right? Ceiling means always on the top. If you take something called 4.2, your seal value will be 5, right? Now, if I take something called 4.2, what's the floor value? Floor means down, right? It means that you're going to get here 4, right? Like the same way, let's say if I do 4.8, seal of 4.8, you will get in 5. If you do the floor of 4.8, you will get the 4, right? Okay. So these are the three things. Next thing, we have a random number, right? Let's say you wanted to generate a random number. So in that, you will use this random, right? After that, you wanted to get, let's say, let's take this one. You wanted to get the maximum, you can use the max. For min, you will get the min, right? To get the power, there's one more, right? And we have square and we have like absolute. Fine. Okay. So we are going to see each and every examples here. Let us first start with the round. So let's come to the VS Code. Okay, so this I will say maths object. This is your 8, right? Okay. Maths object. I'll close all my tab here. Okay, so inside this, first I will create something called code.html. and we'll create one more file, which is called, let's say, program1.js. Okay, so here we'll bring our boilerplate code up here. Okay, so just give me just 2 minutes. The router is restarting now. I think because of the power cut, the router gets shut down. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me connect to another mobile hotspot. Okay, so we are back. Let's continue our session. Okay. So now the first thing what we'll do, uh, we will see how our round function works, right? So let me show you that. So first we are going to see what is this round function and how it works. So basically, whenever you want a round off, right, we use a round function. Fine. So, and can you tell me, let's say if I have a number, let's say 5.5, what I will get? 6? Yes, we'll get 6. Okay, so now let's write a code. So first thing, let's say I have a variable. In this variable, let's store something called 5.6, right? And after that, I want to do the round off here. So to do the round off, simply you can say maths. So M capital dot, you can use this round function. And after that, just provide this X, right? Now, whatever the result you will get here, let's store it one variable. So let's say I'm storing it into answer variable. You can store it anywhere. Let's say I took it answer variable. Now let's print it. Console dot log. Let's print the answer here. Fine. Okay, so we are getting something called 6, right? Okay. So again, let's come to our VS Code. Okay, fine. So you can also directly do it like this. So here what I said here, I'll show you the direct method also. So first, I have created this variable which is called X variable, and I have stored 5.6 into our X variable. Next, again I have created answer variable, and next I do a round off of our X. This is my X. We provided to this round off, and whatever the result I'll get it here, I am again storing into the answer variable. Next here I'm just printing my answer. This is what we are doing, right? We can also directly write it like this. Instead of storing it one of the variable. Okay, let me just write it down so that I can show you. Let's say this time I'm taking y, and let's say I took 6.6. Fine. And after that, I'll remove this part. This part also I'll remove. And I will directly place it here. And let's provide this 6. Now that it. First, you can write it like this, or you can directly write it like this. Fine. Okay. Now let's see our output. We are getting 6, and then we are getting the 7. I guess this font is visible to everyone. Right? Okay. Fine. So this is your round off. So in that round off, we have two things. This is your round off, right? So in this round off, we have two things. First, we have a floor, right? We know that floor in the low, like floor of, let's say any building, you can imagine, right? Or let's say ceiling, right? Now, let's take another example. The floor of 4.4 will be 4. The seal of 4.4 will be 5, right? So now let's see this. So here I'll create another program do.js, and let's point this program to here. Okay. So next, let's create a variable, let's say Z variable, and inside the Z variable, I'm storing something, let's say 3.1. First, next, let's say Y variable, and here I'm storing, let's say 3.5. Next, let's say X variable, and I'm storing here 3.7. Fine. Now, I wanted to find out floor of all these X, Y, and Z, right? Okay, basically it says Z, but okay, Z. We'll say console.log, and after that, I'll say maths.floor. Let's provide first Z, and now I'll repeat the code here. One for the Z, one for the Y, and one for the X. Right? Now let's see the output here. So what's the output, expected output here? 3, 3, and 3, right? So all value you will get it as a 3. 3, 3, 3. Right? It's a flow, means ground. And this is the code. Write it. Give me 1 minute, I'll fill my bottle. Done? Done? Okay, now let's find out the ceiling value, right? So we know that ceiling value always goes up, right? So I'll write it like this. Let's say console dot log, and after that again for ceil function you'll say dot ceil, ceil, and after that just provide here z, then okay, I'll copy and paste it. We'll save some time. So provide here y, and let us provide here x. Now what is the output? 3 times 3, and again 1 time 3, 2 time 4. 3 time, I mean, it's a 3 time 4. Okay, I'll move this one, this part. 3 times 3 we will get. This is 3, this is 3, this is 3, and this is 4, 4, and 4. Okay. So let's see our output. Okay, 3 times 3 and 3 times 4. Right? I'll place it on top. Right? Screen. Write this code. Done? Okay. So now let's move to our next topic. So next we have a random, right? So what happened in the random? So let's say you wanted to build, let's say a dice application, right? Whenever you click on button, it will automatically generate a number from 1 to 6. Fine. Or let's say you want to generate any random number. Fine. So in that case, you will use something called random. Right? By default, if you call this random, it will give you the value between 0 to 1. Right? By default. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and you will see there, you will get multiple values after the decimal. Okay, let's start with our first program, the random number. I wanted to generate a random number between 0 to 1. Fine. So we are going to use here a random function. So let's come to our VS Code here. Make this as program 3.js. Okay, so here I'll point it to my 3. Okay, fine. So let us start. So now, first thing, to get any random number, you will say maths dot random, right? And after that, just close it and you will get the random number, right? Now let's say whatever random number it is generating, you wanted to store it into the variable. So let's create a variable first. Let's say let and uh, let's say num, right? And here let's keep semicolon. And after that, you want to print this. Again, we'll use a console dot log. And after that, let's provide this num here. Now let's see the output. So we are getting something from 0.73567. Okay. Let's run it one more time. See, I'm just refreshing and we are getting different numbers. Right? Okay, so but you will say ki, okay, I'll come to that little complexity, right? Now you will say ki, okay, that's fine, but I want a number between 1 to 10. I don't want it the decimal number. I want the number between 1 to 10. So in that case, what you will do here, we don't have any parameter inside this, right? So in that case, you have to do some kind of jugaad. Do you know what is jugaad? Huh? You understand? How we can say in English? How we can change in the English like jugaad means? I don't know. I wanted to know. अरे
Fixer.
अच्छा गैम sport. Okay, jugaad is good word. Okay, so let's see. So what we will do here, we will use something called floor, right? Now let's imagine you find out a random number and it has given you approx 0.75, 7085999 or like so on, right? After that, what you did, you find out their floor. What is their floor value? Floor of this number? Floor down. What is the floor? Okay, you got it 0, right? Okay. After that, next, what you will do here, you will multiply it by, let's say 10, right? You make it plus. Okay, let's see. I'll come to that part, but first let's see. You'll get confused like this. Let's do one thing. So I want this part. Okay, let's create here. Let's say this time this is my number 1. And I'll say maths dot random and fine. And I'll do the console for this also. So it's my num1. See what's the output first. So we have something 2.6, right? We'll keep this as it is. We will change this one. After that, we will find out their floor value. I'll say maths dot floor and let us provide it here. We will go step by step, right? So when we do the floor here, what value we will get? 0. Fine. And after that, let's say I make it to +1. We'll get it 1. Multiply by 10. So maths dot random, we will multiply it by 10. After that, we do the +1. Okay. Now let's see. We got 10 here. 4, 7, 5. See? Now first write this code, get the output. I'll explain. This is simple maths. You will feel ki, okay, what kind of maths, how we are getting this? But it's very, very simple. Did you understand what happened here? No? Okay. Let's take one scenario. So, let's say, first, let's take this one, this number, 8206, right? So you do the random and you got this number, 820671. Let me just use this pen here. Okay. So here you get the values 0.822617 and something like this. Or for our convenience, let's take only 4 digits after decimal points. After that, what you are doing here, you are multiplying this number with 10. What is your new value here? Can I say your new value will be 8.2, right? And after that, you said, can you find out the floor? Then you said, can you find out the floor? What is the floor value? After that, you will get 8. And at last, you said, can you do the plus 1? You'll get the 9. Right? This is how it is working. That's why I said this is a jugaad. Right? If we come to this Python, then in the Python, they have like a proper function. You get it? Or you want to write this part? The first, it will perform the multiplication inside this. And after that, you find the floor. And after that, you do the plus 1. Done? Now you will say, I wanted to find out the number between, let's say 0 to, or let's say 1 to 100. Right? So in that case, there's a minor changes that you have to make. So I'll copy this entire code from here and I'm pasting here and simply I'm saying here num2 and let's make this num2 also, right? Since plus 1 is like you can give it, don't give it, it's totally fine. After that, let's say I'm deleting this part also, converting into the flow. And next, first, let's see what's the output. So you are getting something 5 here, right? So whenever you provide the 10, okay, let's refresh 5, 1. But I want here number from 0 to let's say 100 in between. So here I'll simply provide one more 0. Now let's say 9, 37, 48. Right? Okay. But now you will say, but I don't want this floor I don't want this decimal point. I just want this continuous value. This is also continuous. I mean, this discrete value. So next, you will simply say, let's copy this entire same thing, and then you pass it to the flow. You will say maths dot flow. Let's pass it here. Fine. Right? Okay, so now let's see. This is my three. Let's see the output. First, second, third, 19, 14, 46. And one more thing you have to remember. So here I'm calling random function 4 times. And we are getting different 4 times different values. Fine. Don't think, okay, all the values should be same from top to bottom. No. Write this code. We can also find some value between. Let's say you said I only want a random number, which is between X and Y. Let's say you took something between 20 to 50, right? You can also do it like this. But again, we don't have like a straight method for that. We have to somehow find a mathematical way, doing the finding out the floor, doing some mathematical operations. We will build a small game with this. Let's say guess a number, right? Done? Done, right? Okay. So after this, let's create. Okay, let's move to our next topic then. So all the four way we have already created. Okay. So what was our next, Max? Uh, can we create a um, can we create a game first? Like guess the random number, right? Okay, do you remember that how we place our JavaScript code into our HTML? Do you remember? Right? So first we are going to take input from the user, right? And after that, we will place the JavaScript code inside our HTML file, right? Okay, let's go step by step. So let's say mini project one.html, right? So inside this only, I will put all the JavaScript code here. Now again, we'll start from first thing. Let's bring our boilerplate code, and then I'll delete this file. And let's say I'm saying here, guess the number. Well, let's say simply I'm saying game. Anything. Fine. Okay. So first thing, what I want here, I want some headline here. Let's say H1. And after that, I want to display the user. Guess the number game. Fine. Let's run it. See, everything is working fine. Okay. Guess the number game. And we can also put some emoji to look awesome. So let's say I'll take this. Fine. Right. After this, I want some input from the user. So I want some input like here in between. Or let's say I wanted to say here, okay, there is one, I think less than I put it somewhere. Fine. So first, I want something like enter number, a label. Enter your guess. First, I want a label, and along with that, I want a text input, or let's say number input. I want, right? Let's start building. Okay, fine. So here, first, I will take label, and then let's close this label, and after that, I'll say enter your guess. Let's see. So we got it. Along with that, I want a input field. So that's why I'm going to say here, let's say input. And after that, what type I want to give? I want a number type, right? Okay, so once we get it, let's check our code. Okay, it's fine. So it is taking accepting number. If we put any digit here, it will not accept, right? For example, let's say just for like show you, if I put it something called text here, now let's see. Now it is taking the text also, right? But I don't want this. So that's why we make it into a number. Fine, right? Okay, so after this, I want one blank paragraph, right? So that I can say ki whether they means it's a you are pass or you let's say you guess the number or you fail to guess the number, any kind of message I want to display. So that's why we want one empty paragraph. So here and also we have to give their ID also so that I can change it. Let's give the ID here. And now uh, what's name I will give. Let's say ID name I'm giving my guess, my underscore guess. Fine. Okay. So next, let's give the ID for this input also, because user, whenever user put the any inputs, I wanted to extract it. I will only extract it with the help of the ID. Let's do one thing. Let's give my guess here, and here I will give something called output. Fine. So my guess ID is my input, and this is my output. Whether you are pass or you are going to fail. Fine. Now let's see. Perfect. Now one more design I want here. I wanted to add a button here, a normal button, right? So let's say some user came and they put something called 2. After that, when a person come and click here, it will do a comparison between what computer generated and what is my guess. It will do this comparison. Fine. So for that, for this comparison, we are going to create a function first, right? But what is the name of this button I will give? Just give me some suggestion. What is the name of this button I will give? Let's say check. Let's say on check. Any another name which sounds good? Okay. Anyway, let's take yes. So you took one button here, fine, and after that, we can also say something called input submit. Okay, we'll leave it. We'll say only this only. Let's say on click, and after that we have to create one function. Okay, we'll come to this later. Let us first give the name. So here I'm going to give the name something called guess. Or let's say check. Check my guess. Check my guess. It's fine. Right now, let's see. Okay, this is my check my guess. Okay, there is one more thing. There is one small problem with our design. Here we put the paragraph, empty paragraph, right? We have to put an empty paragraph down so that there will be no disturbance. So this paragraph, let's put it down. Okay. So your front end is ready. We don't have to do anything else. Now all the game now come to your backend code. So here let's use the JavaScript. So first, what happened? Now the first, which tag we will use to put the JavaScript code? Script tag. Open the script tag, and after that close the script tag. And after that here we have to create one function. But before creating a function, I want a computer which generates a number. First, let's say computer guess, right? And after that, I'll use something called maths dot how to find out the random, right? And I want the number between let's say 1 to 9. So what I will do? Multiply by 10. Okay. And after that, I'm gonna make it float. Maths dot float. Okay. This code looks good. So here maths got disappeared. I'll explain this code one more time. Okay, are you understanding? I'm not able to what. Are you getting?
Yes.
So what we did here first, let's do some, what we did here first, we put some headline. After that, we say we just put the label here. After that, we are taking an inputs, right? So this design is ready, fine. And after that, I put one button here, and after that, I put some empty paragraph, right? And this is my design. And let's put this button down. So if you want to put this button down, you can use something called BR. It's a line breaker. Let's refresh. Okay. Let's say one more BR is required. Okay. We can give space. What was the code? Something at the rate NBSP. I don't use this NBSP. Let's check. Uh, we give get one space. Say save one more space. Okay, this is fine, right? Okay, for now let's keep it like this. Perfect. So this you understand, this line you understand, this line also you understand. We just created a paragraph. That's it, empty paragraph. After that, we have open one tag, script tag, and here whatever code we have written here. See, we have written this code, exact same code. I just paste it here. This part. I haven't done the plus one, right? It's fine. Done. So it will take one guess, and after that, next we have to create a function. Let's create a function, and let's give the name something called check guess. And after that, we have to check our guess here. So first, I will take it from my, let's say, inputs. So let's say some person given here 3. And I wanted to extract this information, right? To extract this information, I have already given the ID of this input. What is the ID of this? Do you remember? My guess, right? So we are going to use this ID and we will extract this information, this 3 here. So now let's see. First, let's extract it. We'll say documents dot, and we will say get element by ID. Fine. And after that, I wanted to extract it from here. Let's copy here and paste it here. Now, what you wanted to extract here, I just want to extract here the value. Fine. So we extracted the value from our input text. So once we extracted, I wanted to store it in any one variable. Let's say let guess. I'm storing it into a guess variable, right? And after that, okay, so we got our value and we have stored it into a guess. Next, we'll do the simple thing here. So we simply do the comparison between my guess versus the computer guess. So where is my guess? Can I say this is a my guess? And this is a computer guess. We'll do a simple comparison. I'll explain this code one more time, but if you are getting here at least 50%, that's sufficient. Okay. So here, I'll simply do the comparison. I'll say if my guess equal to computer guess. Computer guess, right? So in that case, you can do one thing. First thing, you can directly put it into the console, but I don't want to put it in the console. But let's see. For your understanding, let's write it here. You can place it like this, and you will say, congratulations, you guess it right. Right? And after that, you put some else part, and you will say, you guess it wrong. Let's say wrong guess. You can do it like this also, right? But now I want here is that I want you to display on the front end only. I don't want to see, go to the console and then check it, right? So what I will do here, can I delete this? You got this part, right? Okay, let's delete this part. And now I just wanted to show it. So first to show it, I wanted to extract the ID from here, this paragraph. So I'll say document dot and get element by ID. And after that here, I want output, right? So we have created output here. And now we are passing this output here. Fine. After that, I wanted to set one text here. So I'll say inner text. And you can put anything. Let's say in the inner text, you are saying congrats and you guess it right. Right? Otherwise, in the else part, you can say wrong guess. Try again. Okay, so let me check. Did I do any mistake here? There's one semicolon left. There is one more semicolon left here. Okay, H1 is correct. Label we have given. This is correct. This is also correct inside the script. So we took computer guess. We stored it into the computer guess. And here we have created a function. Now, the next thing I wanted to give this function to my button. Let's say on click. And let's provide this function here. Okay. We did this. Next, let's check this one. So basically, it will go inside this my guess, and this is my guess. It will extract the value, and whatever value it will extract, they are storing into the guess variable. After this, I'm putting a simple thing. Whenever guess equal to computer guess, which is this one, just display this. Otherwise, display wrong guess, try again. Okay, so I hope this code, I don't have done any mistake here, but let's see. Check this code. Let's say I'm putting a 3. Okay, first time. I put here and we got the 3 here. What about 4? Oh, wrong guess. What about 6? Wrong guess. 7? Wrong guess. 3? Hey, why? Why it is taking only 3? There's something happening with the 3 here. How can we debug? Why we are getting only for 3? Can I run it one more time? And let's see. I think this is stuck at, let's say I put a 5 here. Wrong guess. Don't give me for 3. Okay, wrong. For 1, for 2, 3, 4, what about 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. We got it correct. Okay, so every time we have to rerun this code, right? Now, what changes I can make to this code so that every time it will take a new number? What can I do? Can we do one thing? Can we directly paste this entire code into this function? This will work, I guess. I'm putting inside this function. Whenever I click a number here, it should generate a new number all the time. If I click on button, it will generate a new number. Let's say. I hope we found and we fix our bug. Let's run it. Okay, let's say 1. Let's say 2. What about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay, fine. Now it's working. If I put 7 again, we are getting wrong. Okay, do you understand? Do you understand what mistake we did? Okay, so if I put this entire code outside, what was the issue? What was the issue? It already generated the number. Let's say it has generated 4 number and it will stuck there. It will not regenerate. So what I did here, I'll take out all the code and put it inside here. Now, this is I have and next this function I have passed it to the on click. So whenever I press this button, it will generate a new number all the time. Right? So that's how we debug this. And when you work on actual project, right, these kind of small mistake you will do, and you will going to spend like 1 week, 10 days to just to fix a small problem, right? So, okay, just now tell me which part you didn't understand. You can just ask like which part you didn't understand, or if you wish, I can start building from scratch. Okay, let's go step by step. This font is visible. Okay, so there is no issue in this. We simply said h1 tag. There is no issue. Okay, next, what about this label? What about this label? It will just display like enter your guess. That's it, right? What about the next part? Input. It will create one input area, not area, input field, right? And after that, next thing we take the type equal to number because we don't want text, we don't want alphabets, we want only the digit. So that's why we said a number. Next, we make it as we put the ID. Why we put the ID? So that I can extract the value from there, right? And after that, we put some let's say new line. We put some space, fine. Okay. In the next part, you will see we use something called button. And after that, we have said whenever someone press this button, just call this function, right? Whenever someone press this button, just call this function, check guess. And this is my function, check guess, right? Okay, so let me just put this inside to our code. Okay, now you can take the picture. Like previously, I put the outside to make you understand. Okay. After that, we have created something called empty paragraph, right? We have created empty paragraph because I just wanted to put some kind of, let's say text key, you guess it right, you guess it wrong. Fine. And we also given the ID here so that we can change the value. Fine. After that, in the script, we have added our JavaScript code. And their aim is to just uh, check it, just check the guess. Fine. And you will see first, this will generate my number and I'm going to store it into the computer guess. After that, I want to extract the my guess. And this is my guess. This is my ID. I'm extracting from here and we take only value and I'm storing into the guess. And here we just simply say the comparison. That's it. And there is your small game application finish. Now tell me, anywhere that you didn't understand, you can ask, I'll repeat, I don't have any issue. Any part that you will feel ki, okay, why I have written this part? Or you can also give the suggestion also. Instead of this, can you write this one? Give some suggestion, or if you have doubt, take the screenshot of this. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So give some suggestion or ask a doubt. Do you remember we have created one project even on a odd checker? Can we create a web page for this? So basically what you will do, you just put a number and it will automatically tell you whether the number you entered is even or the odd, right? You can take exactly same front end you can create. Here you will put any number here and you whenever you press the button, it should display whether the number is even or odd, right? Now, take the reference of this code. Can you build that? You can take the reference of this code, right? Whatever code is here, you can just write it down and write a logic for that. Even and odd checker. It will take you like 10-15 minutes, right? Take your time and just build it. See the previous code and exactly same thing. I think till here, exactly same thing you have to do here. And here you have to create a function. Inside this function, again, do some comparison. And then same thing. You will going to do print it here. Just right. Take 10-15 minutes, whatever time you can take. Just take it and just build it. We have like enough time. Like we already completed HTML. We already completed CSS very smoothly. I'll connect some dot in just in case it is confusing you. Everything is easy. Hmm. Done. Can I show you the code? Okay. Now let's see. Uh, First, let's say I'm saying here mini project 2. Okay, fine. Now let's observe this first. We are bringing our same code. Let's few parts here. And next, let's say I'm giving even odd checker. You can give any name. Okay. Now the first thing I want here, I want some headline where it says ki even odd checker or anything. So let's say H1 tag and say even odd checker game, right? Let's give some emoji. Okay, fine. Okay. So after this, we are going to take one input here. Okay, first let's go step by step. Let's see the output here. One with live server, and this is your output, right? Even odd checker. Now here I want first one label which says enter your number, right? So first let's take a label here. Let's open this label, close this label, and after that, let's write something here. Enter your or enter a number. Fine. So now let's see. Enter a number. We got enter a number. After this, I want one input area, not area like input field, something like this, where a user can come and he can enter it. So for that, I will use something called input tag. And next, since this is a number, I will give this type equal to number, right? Okay. Now let's see. Let's take input. And after that, let's take type. We want here number. Fine. Okay, now let's give the ID also because we wanted to extract whatever inside this. Let's take the ID and let's say I'm saying here num. Fine. Let's close this and now let's see. We got some ID here. We can also put some, let's say you can also put some placeholder here. Let's say enter number, anything. Let's say placeholder. Only number allowed. Did you understand this part? Like how we bring this only number allowed? We use the property called placeholder. Right? Okay. So after this, we build. This is our code. So next, I want to create one button here. So let's create a button here, and in that button, I want to display something like check your number. Check your number. Let's say yes, we are getting check your number. Now on below, I want one paragraph where it will display key, okay, your number is even, your number is odd, right? So for that, let's create an empty paragraph, P. And now here we will say, we'll not put anything, this empty paragraph, but we'll give the idea here because we want to change this paragraph. Now we will say here ID and let's make it as output. Fine. So everything is done. All the front end part is done. Now let's come to our JavaScript. So script, let's bring some code here. Okay. So first I'll create one function. Why I'm writing def here? Def is for Python. Let's create a function here. And after that, I'll say what I will say, even odd checker. Huh? Let's take this name, even odd checker. Open it and close it. Right. After that, this function I wanted to bind it with this button. So I'll say on click. Let's provide this. Fine. Now it got binding. Oh, okay, fine. So the first thing that I required here, everything is done, right? Now let's come to our logic part. Zoom out a little bit. Now the first thing I required here, user has entered some value here. First thing, I wanted to extract that value. And the ID here, we have a num, right? Let's use this ID and extract the input. So first, I will say documents dot get element by ID, right? So what element I wanted to get? I wanted to get, let's say, number, fine. After that, from there, I just want a value here. I want to extract the value. Now, whatever value I will extract, let us store it in one variable. So let's say, let number. Okay, let's take number. Fine. And after that, yes, you extracted the number. Next, you have to do some condition checking. You have to check if this number, the user has entered a number, if this number is even and the odd. So let's come to our code first. So let's say a person came here, a user came here and he just put 45, right? Now for condition for checking the even and the odd is simple. So let's say you stored it into the num variable. You will simply say if my num modulus 2 equal to 0, it means that this is your even, right? Else this is your odd. Simple condition, we will write it here. Now, let's say okay, so first I'll say if my number modulus 2 equal to 0, then this is my number. This is my even, right? So in that case, what I will do here, I wanted to put some text here. But here we already have created one paragraph, empty paragraph. So we are going to use this one, this paragraph, right? So we will say simply document dot get element by ID. After that, we have to give the ID here. Now ID here is output. After that, we'll use something called inner text and we can place the text here. Let's simply say equal to and let's pass the text here. So the text I wanted to put here, let's say even number, right? After that, exact same code I'll copy here and next create one else part. Exact same code I will paste it here. We bring it up. And here I will say an odd. Okay, so let me check the code is correct or not. This, okay, I followed all the rules. Placeholder, fine. This also correct. This is also correct. Script, we pass it here. Next, we extract the information by get element by ID. First, we extract the number. And we extract only the value, store it into the number. Next, we check if this number is even. If it is even, then I wanted to just put on this paragraph even number, else I want to say odd number, right? So for me, this code looks perfect. Now, but let's say, are we going to get any error here? Let's say I'm putting here 34. Check. And we're getting here even, right? That's correct. Fine. Okay. So you can also do one thing. You can say 34 is even, right? You can also print it like this, or even number and you followed by this number. So let's say how we can do it. So first you say even number, and after that you do the concatenation and you can say number, right? Exact same thing. Okay, so I'm following all the rules. Let's say 34, even number plus 34, right? And this is your code. I'll just zoom out. Try this. This is exact code that we have written last time. Just 1 minute. I just want to get a screenshot. Just one. Okay, take this one. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, take this. Done? Anyone getting error? Is it working? Error? Okay, wait, I'll come in. Okay, so you understand this, right? Okay, so I'll push this code on GitHub. Just give me 2 minutes and you can get all the code. Okay, so I'll close this. Okay, so I have shared the code into the GitHub, right? You can go and check it out. Okay, so we'll wind up. So tomorrow, there are, I think few more functions left here. Yes, let's say max, min, yeah, min, max, power square, absolute, right? Okay, so tomorrow we'll see these remaining function, as well as tomorrow we'll do something called arrow function. This is another way of creating a function, right? So okay, so let's wind up. Okay, you can get the code from the GitHub, and so let's